Hello once again, Niner Faithful, and welcome back to another episode of 49ers Playbook on the channel that's trying to answer the whys and hows of the game. Right after the win against Miami, 49ers fans were given the surprising news that Jimmy Garoppolo was expected to miss the rest of the season to a broken foot. There's been a lot of speculation with Kyle Shanahan not being super optimistic about Jimmy's possible return in the playoffs. So with Trey Lance also out, that leaves the 49ers in the hands of Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. So in what kind of hands is the 49ers offense for the rest of at least the regular season? The expectations for this season have been sky high, as this was a team in the NFC Championship game last year and seemed to only add more talent. Can Brock Purdy be a guy to rally behind and play good football? Let's look at the film and see what we can find out about San Francisco's new signal caller. You're watching Johnny Dell's Football Academy. So we're going to start out in preseason because I do want to show a few things. So here he is running a Shanahan staple in the play action game. This is a Yankee concept off play action, which you're familiar with if you've watched the channel, which is a run fake to suck up the underneath defenders, a deep post to clear out, and a high crosser or deep over route. Now Purdy is a little late on this. When he comes out of the play fake, his footwork needs to settle down. He drifts too much to gain his balance. Run the fake, get to the top of your drop, and drive the ball. Really, this is the moment the ball should be out. Instead, he adds an extra hitch. The ball is out late, and with pressure, he doesn't get his front foot opened up enough, which causes the ball to sail to the right of his target. Something I've seen on a number of his throws. This should be a huge gain, but it's nearly picked. Now, before everyone says it, I know this was his first NFL game experience, but it's important to see where he started. Here's another example of just being late on the throw. Here the Packers are showing man coverage, and we're going to run a double in concept. I think Green Bay ends up playing a combo coverage here. It's hard to tell sometimes in preseason if it's a combo coverage or if guys are just busting their assignments, but Purdy has a guy open over the middle right away. And that's where the read is, but he doesn't pull the trigger right away. He waits for the route to present itself more and then makes the throw. It's the right throw, but you'd like to see that ball come out quicker. But one thing you can tell is that he's willing to stand in there and make the throw with the hit coming. And here he does have some escapability. We're just running our slide concept, and he does a great job of avoiding the rush, finding a hole to make the throw, and delivers a really nice ball. He turns a would-be sack into a nice gain. So then against the Vikings, you see good, quick recognition. So it's third down here, and the Vikings are going to show a shell look pre-snap, but then come down late in a slot blitz, with man coverage behind it. Purdy does a great job of recognizing the mismatch of a late safety on Jennings, who's running an out route. Good job of seeing it, throwing into the blitz, and not flinching with the rusher coming at him to deliver a really nice ball. Jennings just drops it. Then he makes one of the best throws you're going to see. So here the Vikings are showing cover 6, which is cover 2 plus cover 4. We're running this double in concept again, and Purdy sees the 2-quarter shell and identifies the mic in a stretch, who has taken the inside dig, and he hits the second. But this is a really tight window throw. From the end zone, you can really appreciate how good of a throw this is. It's a layered throw over the mic in between the safety and corner. It's a phenomenal throw, but it is one that you won't always get away with, but shows what kind of arm talent he has. When throwing to his right from the numbers to the middle, everything I saw was really pretty accurate. Then fast forward to the Texans, and this is a game he started to get himself in a little bit of trouble. So the Texans are showing a Tampa 2 pre-snap. You can see it by the wide safeties and the Mike already dropping deeper than the two hook defenders, as he'll be tasked with matching a seam route. Here we have double smash concepts dialed up, which is a flat route paired with a deep corner route that would put the cloud defender in a vertical stretch. It's a pick a side read, so Purdy goes to the side he feels more comfortable throwing to, his right. He makes his read, but he definitely predetermined this throw. He either doesn't see the corner in a full bail or thinks he can beat him to the spot and throws an interception. On that play, you'd like to see him recognize the corner in a full bail and just hit the flat route. Then he gets himself in trouble again. So here we don't have a great play against this defense. Houston is showing a too high look and will rotate post snap into a cover 3 zone. Purdy does have a guy open over the middle, but he's late. If he's going to make this throw, it's got to be an anticipation throw. You can't wait to see the guy open. You'd also like to see him look or give a little pump to open up the route a little bit more. That's something Jimmy was always really good about, but he's late on the throw and it gets picked. But when he gets a defined look, he knows where to go with the ball. Here, the Texans are showing a quarters coverage in the red zone, and we're going to run a divide concept with a post and a streak that puts the quarter safety in a horizontal stretch. At the snap, Purdy reads the safety, who takes the post, and he delivers a strike to the seam, but it's dropped. Okay, so that's the preseason stuff. Here he is versus Miami. So Miami is showing a heavy pressure look with press man. We're in an empty set and we're going to have a couple now routes from Debo and Jennings, and McCaffrey on a now return. Purdy likes the matchup of McCaffrey, which I can't blame him, picks it versus man and delivers a good ball for a first down on third down. Then we see some of the issues from preseason. So this is a great job of reading the play. We're trying to get the ball to Kittle here. As you saw, Miami played a lot of man, and so we're going to run Ayuk on a now return route to pull his man down and outside, and then run Kittle on an over route with a deep post by Debo to occupy the middle safety. The hope is to get a linebacker to bite on a run fake and get Kittle running open. Well, Miami ends up in cover 3 zone, and they do a good job of covering Kittle's over route. And with the middle safety vacating, Purdy sees it and throws to Debo. But again, his front foot is closed off a little and it causes the throw to push to the right. You'd like to see the ball come out a tad quicker and more out in front of Debo. Then you're going to see some of the same, but what makes you excited about where this kid is. So we're going to run a little waggle play here, and Purdy has Jennings early. Just let it rip. This is where you're trying to go with the ball. He's open. Just let it go. He's late with it, but ends up making an off-schedule play out of it. Notice this from the end zone though. He's rolling out and has the awareness to motion to Ayuk to head away and makes the throw. You don't always see that from a young guy. Then he gets his first touchdown, and I covered this in my review video, so I won't spend much time with it, but Miami busts on a man coverage play. And then here we're going to see him learning from his preseason mistake. So we're running a corner post with McLeod, and that's where Purdy wants to go first. And then have a sail concept, which is a clearing route, deep out, and a flat route that puts the defense in a 3-level vertical stretch. The Dolphins do run a funky coverage here, and the corner is doing a real nice job of taking 2 routes in coverage. Purdy does a good job of staying patient. He doesn't rush it like we saw in his first pick. He stays with it and lets the play develop to hit the tight end for a nice gain. Then again, you're going to see his escapability and ability to make a throw on the run. Then this was a play that Kyle talked about how he did well in the game that doesn't always show up. So Miami is in a Tampa 2 zone and we're running a sucker concept, which is a short curl with a basic route that puts the hook defender in a vertical stretch. At the snap, Purdy is going to look to the basic route first and move the hook defender so that McCaffrey is able to make some yards after the catch for a first down on 2nd and 8. Now, one thing he did struggle with at times was he'd let a pass get away from him, which is to be expected from quarterbacks. No one is perfect, but I like the read. It's a smash concept versus cover 2 zone, and he makes the right read and throw. Without a doubt, this is his biggest throw of the day. I did talk about this in my review video, but we'll cover it again. Miami is showing a heavy pressure look. They're going to back out into a form of 2 zone, and we have Kittle on a seam route. He does a great job of looking off the backside safety and hitting Kittle in the seam, all while taking a huge shot. Such a nice throw in that situation. And then a real nice read and throw that doesn't end up in a touchdown. So Miami ends up running an 8-man 2 zone, and if you watch my review video, I cover the touchdown versus the same coverage the very next play. But we're running arches, or what Mike Martz used to call short post. It's a trail concept over the middle. Purdy does a nice job of reading the 2 middle defenders who take Kittle's crossing route and throws a strike in the perfect spot to McCaffrey on his route. Then there was some really good quick recognition in this game. Here you can see he cans the play, so it was one play, then he checked to another. And with Miami showing the heavy pressure look, he's going to run a little play action and look to hit Debo on a dig. But at the snap, Miami backs out. He sees it and immediately checks it down to Juice on a quick out. Then he hits Jennings on a great throw over the middle. So this is a play we run a lot, and I covered it last week versus the Saints, but it's a choice out paired with a short post. Miami is in cover 3 zone, and this is really encouraging. So remember the play I showed from the preseason where he got picked off throwing a route just like this versus cover 3 zone? Well, here, look how much better in his anticipation he is. This time, the ball is out right on time, and it's a big gain. That's really encouraging. You're seeing growth from the preseason mistakes. Then you're seeing some of the accuracy in the quick game. Here we're running another Shanahan staple, the drift concept. It's a play action pass that will look to suck up the underneath defenders and hit Debo on a quick in route. Perfect ball placement on the throw nets a nice gain. Now I'm going to highlight 3 plays in a row to show you he's not just deciding pre-snap where the ball goes every time. So take note, we're in a 4x1 set and Purdy sees the defense shaded to that side. Out of the 4x1, we're going to have a swing pass set up with a spot concept mixed in, which is a spot route, flat route, and a corner route to create a triangle stretch. The way we do this adds a potential blocker for his possible swing route. And then we have a backside slant. So with the defense shaded to the 4x side and the corner playing outside leverage with his front foot back, Purdy likes Ayuk on the quick slant. Notice from the end zone how he checks the linebacker, number 55, first to make sure he's not driving on the slant. Okay, here we are again, 4x1, and we have the exact same play called. Miami is showing 3-zone, but at the snap backs out into an invert 2. But taking it back to the snap, Purdy looks to the slant, but he sees a hook defender move out on it. So he moves on, sees the spot and corner taken away, and hits the swing pass for a nice gain. Okay, again, we shift to the 4x1 and it's the same play. These weren't all in succession, so don't act like Kyle kept calling the same play over and over. I'm just showing them in succession so you can see how Purdy is reading each play. So Miami is showing a potential 5-man rush and shaded to the 4x side again with 2 safeties. At the snap, they're going to back out into an 8-man coverage form of cover 2. If we take it back to the snap, again, right at the snap, you see Purdy check to the slant, but they drop the outside linebacker into the passing lane. He sees it and moves on to the spot route, which is open for just a second, and he delivers a perfectly placed ball for a nice gain. You're seeing the same play 3 times, different route thrown each time, all dictated by the defense. That's really good stuff. But there still was some stuff he wasn't quite ready for. Here, the Dolphins are going to show this heavy pressure look with man behind it. They end up backing out and having a lurk defender and a help in the flat. But we have a pick play to the 3 receiver side. That's where he should go versus man coverage. He also does have Kittle on an over route, but doesn't pull the trigger on either. He still ends up making something out of the play on a scramble, but you'd like to see the recognition of the coverage and pull the trigger. Not sure why he didn't. But the only thing that really worries me are plays like this. Here, he gets lucky he doesn't fumble the ball. This is a situation where we only needed a field goal to put the game out of reach, and he's lucky he didn't lose the ball. Those are the kinds of plays that can snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. The biggest thing we need him to do over the next month is don't give the other team that back-breaking turnover. The defense is great, the run game is solid, make the plays you need to make, but don't give the other team an opportunity to get back in it when you have the game in hand. In all, there's a lot of things to like, some things you hope to see grow, but overall, I don't feel as bad as I did about it the night it all happened. But that's it for this week, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit the notifications button to be alerted to when a video goes live. Also, if you'd like to support the channel in any way, I'll have links for that below. But as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and go Niners.